Welcome back to another edition of the Sports Exchange. I'm your host, Alex Ramirez.
And I'm Shelly Aragon. Today, we're looking at what's trending in the world of sports.
The NFL, college football, horse racing, the NBA. Let's get started.
Great. American Pharoah cemented his place in thoroughbred racing history by closing out his career with a storming victory in the Breeders' Cup Classic in Kentucky. The 3-year-old Bay Colt was the first horse in 37 years to sweep the Triple Crown of the Kentucky Derby, Preakness, and Belmont Stakes, and has captured the imagination of the American public with his performances.
In addition to a one-game suspension, Ohio State quarterback J.T. Barrett will also lose a scholarship for one term as part of his discipline for his recent DUI arrest during the bye week. Head coach Urban Meyer said he reviewed the facts from the citation for operating a motor vehicle under the influence and said, "We all must be accountable for our actions."
And less than 24 hours after the Denver Broncos had their biggest offensive output of the season, the team dove into the trade market to acquire tight end Vernon Davis from the San Francisco 49ers. In return for Davis and a 2016 7th-round pick, the 49ers will get the Broncos' 6th-round pick in 2016 and 17. Broncos general manager John Elway confirmed.
The Los Angeles Lakers are off to a 0-3 start, and Kobe Bryant, unsurprisingly, is not taking it well. "I'm the 200th best player in the league right now," Bryant said, after the Lakers lost to the Dallas Mavericks on Sunday. "I freaking suck," is what Bryant said. On another note, LeBron James became the youngest player in NBA history to score 25,000 points. James, who was 30 years old, passed another prep-to-pro sensation, Kobe Bryant, in doing so. Bryant reached the plateau at the age of 31. Talk about two players going in different directions.
For almost 60 minutes, we were captivated by Drew Brees, whose 507-yard, 7-touchdown performance tied an NFL single-game record for most scores thrown in a game. Eli Manning hurled a career-high 6 touchdown passes for more than 350 yards. The game yielded more than 1,000 total yards, 60 first downs, and 800 yards passing. The 101 points tied for the third most in an NFL game. Both offenses combined for 1,030 yards. The Saints came out ahead with a field goal kick in overtime, 52-49.
Well, hopefully you started Drew Brees or Eli Manning in your fantasy league, because those guys would have gotten you the victory this week. The North Carolina Tar Heels, which returns 4 starters, 9 of its 10 top scorers from the team that reached the round of 16 in the 2015 NCAA tournament, is the #1 Associated Press preseason top 25 for the 9th record time. The Tar Heels had been tied with the UCLA Bruins, which had 8 preseason #1 rankings. The Tar Heels received 35 first-place votes from the 65-member national media panel. The Heels are stacked, and look for them to be in the Final Four this year.
Another extra innings game, another round of late-game heroics, another come-from-behind win, and for the first time in 30 years, a World Series win for the Kansas City Royals.
The ACC on Monday announced kickoff returner Corn Elder as its specialist of the week, as chosen by a 14-member media panel. Elder took the last of 8 laterals, yes, I said 8 laterals, for the game-ending touchdown in Miami's 30-27 wild victory at Duke on Saturday. The next day, the ACC suspended the officiating crew for 2 games for what it termed a series of errors. It's too bad, Shelley, when a game ends with officiating mistakes.
It's really unfortunate.
That wraps up another edition of the Sports Exchange. I'm Alex Ramirez.
And I'm Shelly Aragon. We will see you next week.